Hi there, you're watching the Gardens and Graveyards channel. My name is Charisma and today we are in the garden and we're going to reclaim this spot in our garden. It's full of ivy and blackberry and morning glory, and we're going to remove all of that and mulch it and incorporate it into the garden. So this is the front garden. That's our driveway down there. It comes all the way this direction and into this space. I've got this, well, that's a fern. There's a pampas grass here, a pampas grass there, and a pampas grass on the other side of the tree, creating like a little triangle. I've got ivy growing between the grasses and the fir tree. I want to remove all of it. So we've been pushing it back. It was all the way into the street. We've been pushing it. We have pulled it off the tree a few times. We missed it last year. Between Spencer's knee replacement and my shoulder injury, we just didn't get to these types of projects last year. This year, we're going to get all of this ivy up and mulched. I do need to cut back some broken branches off this tree. And then you'll see over here, we've already claimed this corner spot. And we're going to get some proven winners annuals in here. We've tested our drip tubing. Everything's going good. Raked the space out. Spencer weeded it for me the other day. We'll get some Supertunias in here and then create more of a cohesive garden experience from this space to that space. So we'll get rid of all of this ivy and mulch. We do have Russian sage right here. I have 2 Vertigo Pennisetums that I want to put in here, and then we are on the lookout for a climbing hydrangea, which is going to go right here, and we're going to let it climb up this tree, which is so exciting. We won't be showing a whole lot of this. I will try to capture a little bit. We do have to consider this embankment is very steep. It goes into the creek down there. We don't want to completely remove all the ivy because it will just erode the bank. The ivy is actually working as an erosion control at this point in time. So we do want to make sure that we're mindful of that as we remove these things. so this is what we've got done over here so far, and where we are completing this video. So we've pulled the ivy back almost to the tree line on this side, and we've pulled it all the way behind the tree on this side. And we had a big pile of mulch from a couple of years ago right here. All I did is we pulled all the ivy out of it and raked it out. It has a lot of ivy stems in it, so we'll continue to have to pull the ivy out of there. There's a big patch of beech aster right there, and then there are some Russian sage at the end. Eventually, after the ivy has been eradicated, which will be taken care of over the summer, the more you pull it, the more it gets suppressed. We'll go ahead and use that chunky bark mulch that we have over there, refresh that area, and bring it all the way down around this tree. But that'll probably happen this fall or next spring. For today, we are going to plant 2 Vertigo Pennisetum. And right now we have a pampas grass right here, and right there. So I'm gonna plant the Vertigos in between and create this like triangle of different grasses. So if you're not familiar with the Proven Winners Graceful Grasses series, they have these very vigorous grasses. And this one is the Vertigo Pennisetum. And it starts off like this. It's green with like a red purpley stripe on it, or vein on it. But then it gets 6 foot by 6 foot and turns dark purple in full sun. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of plant tone, dig a couple holes and put these guys in there, start watering them, and watch them grow. So we've got the Vertigo Pennisetums in between the pampas grass. We've also added annuals to our corner here. So we did Supertunia, bubblegum, jazzberry, and silverberry right here and right here. They came in a 1-gallon container with all 3 plants planted in them. So my assumption is that the grower wants me to grow all of them together and make a huge mass. So I figured if I plant them next to each other and let them all grow together, I expect to see a spectacular performance. All 3 of those types of Supertunias grow 2 foot by 3 foot. So essentially we have 6 Supertunias that grow 3 feet wide. So I don't know what that's gonna look like at the end of the season, but it should be really interesting, and I hope that it works out the way that I envisioned, where it's just gonna cover this whole area with a big bright pop of multiple colors of pink. One of the really cool things about the Vertigo Pennisetums is that here on the Oregon coast, we are in a zone 9A, and I expect these to become perennials, which means they will be with us year after year. Other climates, I don't know what the zones are on this. Yeah, so anything below an 8A, it's an annual. But they still get 6 foot tall by 6 foot wide, totally worth $5 for a big, huge, showy centerpiece if you wanted to buy it year after year. I'm just looking forward to seeing it actually come back next year and see if it comes back even bigger, or if it will even get to the 6 by 6 in the first year here, because we're so much cooler. Every other gardener that I watch grow these live in very hot climates, and even though we're in a zone 9A, we just don't get that hot here. So even though they'll be in full sun, it won't be like 100 degrees. It'll be like 70 most of the time. But they should still do pretty good. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you are celebrating your life, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.